And we should remind you that the owner of Garment Alchemy actually moved to Seoul after watching a K-drama, and that's not an unusual story.
No, K-dramas have actually brought a lot of people to Korea. In 2023, the Korean Tourism Organization says 11 million people came to visit from abroad, Japan topping the list, followed by China and then the U.S.
Wow. We've both been there. How about them apples? Still ahead, a Bostonian goes crazy for K-pop and a taste of Korean street food.
미국의 문화도시로 유명한 보스턴. 유서 깊은 역사를 자랑하는 이곳에서도 한류 열풍이 뜨겁게 불고 있습니다. 최근 보스턴 미술관에서 한류 특별전, 한류, 코리안 웨이브가 진행되어 현지 미술계를 발칵 뒤집어 놓은 일이 있었는데요. 보스턴 미술관은 미국 3대 미술관 중 한 곳으로 순수 미술 전시 공간으로 유명한 이곳에서 한국 대중문화를 전면에 내세운 전시회가 열리는 일이 이례적이라며 현지 문화계에서도 놀라움을 표하기도 했습니다. 또한 보스턴 방송국들은 앞다투어 한류 관련 뉴스를 내보내기 바쁩니다. 이번 영상에서는 최근 보스턴 내에서 크게 화제가 되었던 한류 관련 뉴스를 공유해드리려고 합니다. 최근 보스턴 방송사 WCVB에서 보스턴 사람들의 한국 문화 사랑에 대해 집중 보도하였는데요. 자세한 내용 함께 보시죠.
안녕하세요.
One way to experience Korean culture is through food.
Let's eat.
Seoul is a city bursting with restaurants. In Boston, Alston has been home to Korean-owned businesses for years.
There are a lot of stores that sells K-pop goods. There are a lot of Korean restaurants here as well. They're all good.
And they have a shared goal, says David Yang.
We wanted to bring a slice of Korea into Boston.
Yang owns Myeongdong First Avenue. His restaurant keeps a low profile. There's no website or social media, but there is a lot of cooking. The ambiance, complete with K-pop videos on the walls, appeals to many of these late-night customers.
I also really enjoy the music and atmosphere here because I'm really interested in K-pop culture.
So I think the vibe is pretty chill, because I come here a lot during probably late night. So good to have Korean food at 12 a.m.
Myeongdong First Avenue serves traditional Korean cuisine as well as street food.
So actually, this is my favorite dish, which is called corn cheese.
Yang grew up in Seoul and moved to the States 20 years ago. He says that lately, new fans of K-pop and K-dramas are showing up to eat.
Until 1 year ago, we mainly had Asian customers, but at a certain point we started having customers from all kinds of backgrounds. In fact, a lot of my customers know more about K-drama and K-pop than me now.
For new foodies, Yang recommends a few classics, from Korean fried chicken to tofu and soybean paste stew.
Bibimbap is a rice dish that has vegetable, and depending on the customer's choice, you can put tofu, beef, or chicken.
A customer favorite is this spicy dish of rice cake stir-fried in chili paste.
Tteokbokki has been shown in K-drama a lot, so avid fans of K-drama might be familiar with it.
Korean barbecue is fast becoming as well known as kimchi.
Galbi is a Korean-style short rib marinated in special seasoning sauce.
Yang says Korean pop culture's influence is creating a craving for Korean food.
I think it's amazing how Americans are starting to listen to K-pop and watching K-drama, and seeing their artists eating and drinking certain food makes them want to try out those certain foods.
The same goes for style.
I feel like there's a lot of people have been watching Korean dramas and they've been following Korean stars and they want to see this kind of fashion in stores.
Garment Alchemy opened in the Burlington Mall in late 2023, featuring niche designs from Korea and Europe. Igaram Dusakanova and her husband Firuz Iskandarov are co-owners.
I went to Korea, I think back in 2000. I was working in the fashion industry and I noticed everyone was flawless from head to toe.
Koreans, they tend to put more attention towards how you look first. That's why I feel like the fashion has evolved so much in there.
Desakanova, who hails from Kazakhstan, lived in Seoul for 10 years. She was inspired to make the move after watching the 2009 K-drama Boys Over Flowers.
I was dreaming of going outside of my country and like exploring other culture. And I went to Korea, I studied the language from zero. And then I went to Korea University, I did business degree there.
She worked in the cosmetics industry before switching to fashion.
What trends are you liking right now in Korea that will eventually hit here?
It's ballet fashion, ballet core. It's like cute dresses, pleated skirts. This dress is like typical Korean fashion that you see in dramas. Padded shoulders, all ribbons, kind of trendy right now.
Oversized clothes are another, literally, big trend.
We have brands that are like $200 or $300 for a jacket or a coat. But we also have like dresses that are like $50 or like $60.
And of course, there's the sales section, featuring trends that just don't stick.
I'm interested in these jeans because they appear to me to be inside out.
Yeah, that's how they're supposed to be worn.
So how much do these retail for?
These are $35 on sale right now because it wasn't that popular.
And we should remind you that the owner of Garment Alchemy actually moved to Seoul after watching a K-drama, and that's not an unusual story.
No, K-dramas have actually brought a lot of people to Korea. In 2023, the Korean Tourism Organization says 11 million people came to visit from abroad, Japan topping the list, followed by China and then the U.S.
Wow. We've both been there. How about them
know.
apples? Still ahead, a Bostonian goes crazy for K-pop and a taste of Korean street food.
In Alston, Kimchi Poppy Kitchen is home to owner Jun Sun's Korean street food.
I would say our most popular dish is probably the Korean corn dog. We call it the kimchi poppy corn dog.
Here we find a familiar face with a familiar voice.
Let's start with our BTS light stick. You take it to the concerts and you sync it on your phone.
An award-winning veteran of Boston radio, Pebbles is a co-host of the Get Up crew at Hot 96.9. She is also a super fan of South Korean boy band BTS and K-dramas.
It's hundreds. It has to be hundreds. Everything that I watch is K-dramas.
Pebbles watched her first K-drama in 2021.
The second I started watching it, I just became obsessed with it. I loved the language, learning about something new. I just felt like my whole brain was being rewired.
K-dramas have become famous for their creative plot lines, and genre-mixing scripts can feature a deft combination of romance, comedy, horror, and heartbreak.
The storytelling is so incredible. It's just very different from anything that I've watched. I like that they address a lot of serious issues, a lot of mental health issues.
And that's important, particularly for an industry sometimes marred by tragedy, including an alarming number of suicides. One of the most recent, A-list actor Lee Sun-kyun, who starred in Parasite.
As a person of the Korean community, I feel like it's my duty to kind of spread that awareness as well, because I've experienced it firsthand. You're not alone. Don't create a permanent solution for something that's temporary, which a lot of people unfortunately resort to.
Despite some challenges, Korea's soft power shows no signs of slowing down. Fans like Pebbles are flocking to visit. In 2023, she took a solo vacation to Seoul and is learning to speak Korean.
I never in my life thought that I would be a BTS fan or that I'd be learning Korean or be obsessed with Korean food. I don't even know if I can come up with a word that's big enough. I know people throw life-changing around, but it felt that way to me. Everywhere you went, there's history there.
And the Get Up crew over at Hot 96.9 know that Pebble is a huge BTS fan. She is part of the BTS Army, as we mentioned.
The BTS Army is huge as well.
준비한 영상은 여기까지입니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 구독과 좋아요는 영상 제작에 큰 힘이 됩니다.